Hi Cancer, welcome. I'm Ashley and I am from Spirituality Awakenings. I like to shuffle on camera, that way you guys can get your energy within to the cards. It is Thursday evening, but when you get this, it's timeless. I have the candle going, I have some peach teas, 2 different ones, and some mint tea. I'm letting this cool off. I don't know if you can see the steam that's coming out. It rained today, so it's a perfect time. Now it's just sun's going down and beautiful. I have the window open. I don't know if you guys can see. That'll help you. There you go. It smells so good. It's like peachy minty in here. All right, let's get started. What do we have for Cancer? Oh, right out of the deck. Okay. So 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. So that's telling you that you're putting in the effort. Let me make sure nothing else fell out. Yeah, so right here with your 7 of Pentacles, it's just talking about, you know, you're being patient, you're putting in the work, you're kind of looking at your Pentacles too, like, damn, I've been working a lot, like, what's up? So kudos to you, Cancer, that you've been putting in the work to make sure that you have the investments, because that's what this card is about too, 7 of Pentacles. It is about investments. It does talk about money strategies. It could be that you're wanting to leave a legacy. There's just a lot going on there. So with your 9 of Cups that fell out right after it, it's talking about when you put out good in the world, good comes back to you. So you're feeling happy and satisfied, and I think you're going to attend a social event. You know what's crazy is I got this for you guys last reading. If you guys go back to, I think it's the last reading or one before, it talks about you guys attending a social event. So it looks like you're probably working on yourself. I see a lot of that, and within that card, and you're being recognized because this gentleman or woman, it could be male or female, is sitting here and they're being recognized. So you're starting to put in the work. I think this is what it's talking about within yourself. And people are really starting to recognize, like, wow, Cancer has changed. And you're like, touche, bitches, I have. But who cares? This is for me. So cheers to that. Ooh, that's so good. Let's see what else we got for Cancer. Let's see what this story is going to tell for you guys. And remember, it only takes what resonates, leave the rest. If you want, you can look up your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. If it is not resonating with you, you can be a cross-watcher. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, that did flip over. Yep, Page of Cups. So it's talking about you have a new infatuation. You have like this psychic intuitive message that keeps coming to you in this creative flow. So it could be that you're picking up spirituality, but you're like, this person on the card is holding a cup and a fish is coming out of the top of it. So you're infatuated with something that you've started to do, some kind of project, maybe it's a new love that you're working on, but you're infatuated with it and you're going full force. Cheers to you, Cancer. Oh man, guys, that tea is so good. What else do we got for Cancer? This has been a good reading so far. We're almost 4 minutes in. There you go. A little book fell out for you guys. Let's see if anything else came out. Nope. All right, so what fell out reverse was your 9 of Pentacles, your 3 of Pentacles, and upright is your 9 of Wands. So it's talking about with the 9 of Pentacles being reversed, that there's luxuries that you're wanting that you can't afford. And you might be doing a little too self-indulgent in the cosmetic area. It could be anything, male or female, whatever you guys are into. You're self-indulging a little bit too much, so I would say just pull back to be safe. Because it's talking about you're trying to fill a void, but don't do it that way. Try doing it in the means of like nourishing yourself. Like I'm going to give you guys an example, and you guys to each its own, right? So before the readings, I washed my face really good. And you know how you feel after you wash your face? It just feels so refreshing. And then after that, I freeze cucumbers, one at a time, obviously, and I use them on my face and you use them about 5-10 minutes on your face. Usually it's like 5 to 7 minutes. This frozen part will come off. You just rub it off a little bit, and then you start on your face, rubbing it in. And then I go around for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then the banana I ate for the day, I take that peeling from it because it's earthly collagen. It comes from nature. It isn't the stuff that you're putting into your face, like, you know, and no judging. Whoever can do whatever they want, right? But this is the way I do it. You don't have to do it this way, just like I don't have to do it your way, right? Plain, simple, fair. So I take the banana and I take it around on my face, and that is earthly collagen. So drinking teas, I felt very prone and called to do this. I think you guys are really going to start getting into the time, and if not, this reading will help you start getting into your own kind of journey of taking care of yourself. With the Three of Pentacles there, it's saying that you are feeling that you don't have support. You don't feel like you're being, you know, like the stuff that you're doing, whatever it is, you're just like, I don't feel like people appreciate me. And it's like, I need to improve my skill, but my team, you feel like you have no team. Let me give you some help there. You can do it by yourself, and then once you start to build something, then you can hire a team to help you. So that's a little idea there. Even when you feel like you have nobody, remember you always have somebody. You have Source, God, Jesus, whoever you believe in. Your whole tribe's behind you. Remember that, Cancer. You're never by yourself, okay? Your past loved ones, your ancestors, they're all backing you. They're like, hey, we're here to whoop some ass and we're here to support. What's up? What are we doing? Real shit. Then with your Nine of Wands, you're ready for battle. And it's kind of like what I was talking about. Like, you've been through some storms. You're not giving up. You're bruised, but you're watching out for the next bullshit to come through, basically. So that's where I say, go ahead and nurture yourself. I've been doing a lot of stuff outdoors and nature, going hiking. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm so addicted to it now. I don't even want to get away from it. Like, I'm looking at different spots every day to go to. And it's so rewarding, you guys. So rewarding. So to sum up this reading here so far, Cancer, I want to tell you that you're putting in the work that you need to put in. You're getting recognized for something that you've been doing, even though you don't feel supported, but it is coming. And you'll feel happy and satisfied. And then you just have like this new thing you're working on. Like I said, whether it's love or a project, you have this new thing coming and you're infatuated with it. It could be something to do with spirituality, but it also could be do with whatever project you're working on. It's going to come through with an intuitive message for you. And you can come back and put in the comments and let me know what that is. Or you can let me know now. And then it's like, hey, stop spending money on stuff that you feel unsatisfied about to fill a void. Just be careful there. And then you feel like you're not backed with a team, but I just explained to you that you are definitely back with a team. Do not feel alone, because you are not alone ever. I want to really emphasize that. You are never alone, Cancer, okay? Also, you are feeling like you need to be like standing up with your Knight of Wands here into battle all the time. Let's pull a couple more cards and get clarification for Cancer. And then I'm going to go into a couple more decks, and then I am doing this new thing where I am pulling letters and numbers to see what Spirit has to tell you, and you can come up with what it says. Okay, so the Tower card fell out reversed. It's talking about how, and I'll show it to you here. It's talking about how you're trying to gain insight. You're like hearing all this like falsehooded bullshit, and you're trying to reevaluate from old beliefs and finding new truths. Let me tell you something, Cancer. Just because this person did it this way and this is the way your family or friends did it, or people that you're close to, who gives a shit? You come up with your own way and do your own way and what you feel is right. Knock out all those old beliefs and start doing shit that Cancer wants to do and then feels that it's right. You don't have to continue with this old crap. I'm going to take a drink. Keep moving on and find your own new truth, okay? Create your own legacy about what to believe in, what to do. You don't have to listen to everybody else. Anything else for Cancer? I think this is more sort of like a healing thing that you guys are doing. And it makes sense. We have the new moon in Pisces right now. So we're all shedding away all that shit, all those emotions. We're going through a lot of emotions. And then what happens when we do that is we're coming up into the solar eclipse to move on and evolve, right? So you got your Queen of Pentacles and your Emperor reversed, okay? So it's talking about, hey, you need to really pay more attention here with this Queen of Pentacles reversed to your home and work balance, because it's not balanced right now, Cancer. And again, only take what resonates. Watch your Sun, Moon, Venus rising. But it's talking about something needs more attention here, okay? So it's too casual. It's not formal. It's talking about you are a mature woman and you're wanting to be supportive and giving. But you know what, Cancer? You also have to give to yourself. You can't just give to others all the time. So this may be why you're feeling imbalanced here with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And then with the Emperor, it's talking about how it's reversed. It just means that you question authority. And this is going to go back to this Tower. I'm going to put it over here where it's like you are hearing all these old ways of how people used to do shit or whatever. And so it's like a weak foundation that you're listening to, though, to be honest with you. And you're questioning your authority, which you definitely should with this Emperor reversed. But again, it just goes back to me telling you, Cancer, that make your own ways. You don't have to believe everything that Joe Schmo did, right? Who gives a shit? Whether they're who, I don't care who they are. It could be your parent, sister, brother, mother from another mother. Who cares who they are? My point being is that make your own way in life. You know, I'm in my last year of my 30s, and I am telling you guys, and I can't say this enough, for the last 9 years, I've been on my own self-discovery journey, and it doesn't happen overnight. Like, you become and you learn and you discover new things. Like right now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share a little secret with you. I'm in my era of really doing what Ashley wants to do. My whole life, I've done what others want to do, and I've wanted to do what they wanted to do too, so it's worked out. My kids are getting older. I have 2 adult kids. My last one is about to be an adult in 2 years. I'm just moving on to where it's like, you know, I'll give you a prime example. Like you see a store and you're like, oh shit, I want to stop there next time. You know, I want to stop there. And you never end up stopping there. So things like that, it's like, go and stop there at the moment. Sometimes we can't because we're getting dinner for the kids or whatever we're doing. And so bottom line is, kids are always first, right? But now that I'm in my era of like my kids are grown and they still need their mommy, right? But I'm in the era of like, I'm going to stop at that store. I'm going to do the facials for myself. I'm going to take the time and make this tea for myself. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. So really take the time to discover who Cancer is, work on Cancer's ego and Cancer's shadow side and their inner child, and do that self-discovery, because then you see how so much more rewarding it is that you have the slow mornings. Be thankful for them. Be thankful for the family that you do have around, even if it's just one person. Who cares if it's your dog? Be thankful for that and recognize that, hey, this is my reality and I created it. Okay, so I'm going to move on from this deck. Tarot is telling you to please keep working, take care of yourself, indulge in those things that you're infatuated with. Get away from people who make you feel like you have to have your 9 of Wands up all the time, watching what's going to happen next. And just really nurture yourself and be there for yourself in the moment, Cancer. Period. Okay? So I'm going to pull from this deck. It is the Erotic Sensual deck. And I'm going to see what we have. You know, I don't have any finished sugars in that tea, and it's not too bad. That's another thing I've been working on the last year, is like last year and a half actually, because of my daughter. She inspired me to do things with less sugar. She cut off soda for 2 years now, and I have kind of something same. I mean, I don't cut it off exactly like her. I have one every now and then. My thing is teas, but I love the shit out of water now. I'm gonna tell you how much better I feel. I also have to tell you that mushroom 10-in-1 complex I've been doing with the collagen and the shakes. I have a picture of it. If you guys would like it, you can email me. And it's a whole big thing I do is shakes every morning. And I'll tell you, it gives me so much more energy. I feel better. I'm able to think. It helps your brain. It helps your inflammation. All kinds of stuff. And I'm not selling it. I don't make money off of it. I'm just giving this to try to help you guys. All right, so let's pull something for Cancer. What does Cancer need to hear? This is a sensual erotic deck, but it's also a healing deck within that scope of sensual eroticness. Oh, whoa. So, I'm not going to take all these. I'll take a couple. Well, what I'll do actually is I will take them all and I will just read them to you, but I'm not going to read every one of them. So one of them is liberate your joy, gilding the lily, show and tell, the power of no, come home to yourself, listen close. Oh, memento mori is upside down. Interesting. Okay, we'll leave that upside down. Erotic visions and who benefits. So these are just cards that tell you to help yourself and what to do about it. So this one says liberate your joy. It says loosen up, kiddo, life's not that serious. And this is what it's talking about in this reading too. And even if it is, the quickest path to resilience and dignity is pure, unadulterated joy is what distinguishes merely surviving from truly surviving. And in intimacy, a sense of fun is the glue of any relationship. Without you may as well be in a corporate finance meeting. The action to this card is to help yourself, is allow yourself to play. Have the sweetness and shared laughter of a look, spontaneity and awkwardness, of make-believe and suspend reality. Choose being comfortable enough to drop any mask. I also talk about that in my coaching sessions, about the mask to do with ego and shadow and inner child and other things too. Choose being comfortable enough to drop any mask. Adore genuine connection, which is true. You don't really get that with people nowadays, you know. So adore genuine connection for its own sake, even and especially with yourself. So yeah, it's talking about, this is what I was telling you. It's talking about healing yourself. You can take a picture of that if you want. I'll leave it there for a second. Rewind it. Healing yourself. This one's called guiding the lily. Just as you're right where you're meant to be, so too are your experiences perfectly imperfect just as they are. Never enoughness is a symptom of materialism. Okay, and that makes sense. This goes with your Nine of Pentacles that's reversed, where it's talking about where you're being too self-indulgent. This card is backing that up. It's confirming it. So it's talking about a lot of materialism. It's true that you deserve the best. It's true that you should feel nothing less than a full body, yes, in every situation. Check in with your gut, though, to find out. But even that situation, person, or thing is already a big hell yes. That doesn't mean it will be perfect, or it should be. The action to this card of what they're explaining here to validate the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, gilding the lily, is saying the action to this is nothing and no one is perfect, Cancer. Not you, not them, not it. And thank God, X, don't let perfectionism keep you from the thrills that are right in front of you. However impertinent, if it is a yes, it's a yes. A lily gilded will only be spoiled. So that's interesting, Cancer. Show and tell. Very few of us have mastered the art of aligning our actions with our words. Amen and ashay. And while the latter are impertinent, the former speak volumes. I'm going to take a drink here, hold on. It says, let me start over. Very few of us have mastered the art of aligning our actions with our words. And while the latter are important, the former speaks volume. Despite our flourishes in language, the truth is showing someone who you truly are, what you need will happen regardless of our intention. So make sure you're showing up in the way that you really want to. So it's going back to this card too, because it's saying, take off the mask and show people who you truly are, Cancer. Leave that mask alone. If you have to be fake around people, Monroe's telling you to get away from people, then you shouldn't be around them. Unless it's something to do with like professional, and that's a different story. It's your clients, it's your customers, it's your bread and butter. Doesn't mean you have to be fake either. So the action to this is, with every gesture, behavior, and integrated habit and choice, we showcase our self-worth. The way we treat ourselves is the way we teach others to treat us. And that is very important. Can you express your true desires through aligned action? When it comes to sex, lead by example, show and tell. So if you guys want to rewind and listen to that and take pictures, you definitely can. It's just saying with these other cards of start telling people no, the power of no, it has boundaries. So I'll read that one to you. It says, the power of no, a person who values themselves as much as anyone else, who knows their initiate worth, is a person with a severe sense of boundaries. Their moral compass points in all directions. They don't cross another person's boundary, and they don't tolerate others being crossing theirs. This is no easy thing for us to be trained to be okay with being stepped on. The action is, what are your romantic non-negotiables, your sensual no-nos, your communication must-haves? Write an exhaustive list. Don't stop exploring until you know exactly what you will and you won't tolerate. When it comes to boundaries, Cancer, dig them up like precious stones and hold them dear. Don't let anyone swipe them from you. You guys see that? I'm trying. The other ones is like come home to yourself, start doing stuff for yourself, listen closely when somebody tells you and how you respond to them. The one where it says memento mori, it's just stating that you only have one life to live, and every day brings us closer to death. That's super true. Erotic visions, it says hold those close and act them out. And then it's a card that says who benefits from your shame. Think about it. And then it says the more you know where it comes from, the more you realize that shame is not your own and it's not permanent. It says shift it by showering yourself with unconditional love and rich adoration. And then it's like your sensuality is a part of your worth. It's time to claim it. So I'd say take off the mask and really start claiming of who you are and what you want to be, no matter what situation you're looking at here. Because this is important, Cancer. They're talking about it for a reason, right? All right, I'm going to pull from my Kipper deck. I'm going to let you guys know right now, this is very forward and straight to the point. Don't be feared by it, but it is messages that Spirit wants you to hear. So there's one. Privileged Lady. We'll pull one more. Or however many more they want to give us, right? There you go. Okay, so we got Privileged Lady, number 12. Wealthy Man, number 13. And 34, Occupation. And 32, Despair. So, let's talk a little bit about those really quick. And then I'll pull some letters and numbers out of here. Oops, sorry. So when it's talking about the Privileged Lady, it states that this card stands for fun, creativity, luxury, the good life, and all the beautiful things. She can also be the best friend of the main female. Card number 2 could be opposite, readings for sex partners. She is the female counterpart of the wealthy man. Here you go. So it's talking about the Privileged Lady and the wealthy man, which could be you and your partner. But with false card number 8, which is not out there, so that's good. She can be a young woman, a daughter, or young mistress. When this card isn't referring to a person, it's talking about a lucky phase, being carefree, no worries. This is usually a positive card. This card represents prosperity, luxuries, creativity, and wellness. It may also show a young female friend or relative, girlfriend, sister, daughter, best friend, or a young privileged lady. It is a card that shows the gentle and comfortable way of life. With the wealthy man with it, it's stating that he is the handsome male counterpart of the privileged lady, which is her. He might be thought of as a venture capitalist, banker, financier, or entrepreneur. What's awesome, though, is that he stands for success, businessman. He's generally well disposed to you and will grant you access to old boys network and same-sex questions. He's the partner of the main male card 1, which out of this card is next to the false 8, which is not that. So what this is, though, 12 and 13 is just talking about a couple and that they're coming together and making shit happen. And then it just also states, too, that the wealthy man may be a younger man that has a business or his own business. And this card brings good news, especially for money matters. It just talks about it could be a boyfriend, brother, son, or best friend. So this is really good news because it's talking about He's coming up the ladder here. You guys are coming up it together, especially with the occupation card, because that means what he is doing in his occupation, you're getting it done. But there is the number card 32 here of despair, so that's interesting. Let's look at that one. This card is used for jealousy, so be careful of somebody being jealous about what you guys have together. I'm reading on it. Hold on. It could be that your relationship's in trouble too. But it talks about a lot of jealousy and anger. So I think that somebody is very jealous here of you guys. So be careful. I think you guys are dealing with a lot of jealousy in what you guys are trying to do together, period. This is what this is about. I don't want to create fear or a shit show. This is bottom line, okay? Just be careful with that. So really work on yourself, Cancer. Be careful of people coming in the middle of you and your other half's business. Because you got jealous mofos out there that don't give a shit. Okay, so I'm going to pull from this. As you guys can see, I'm not cheating. I'm just pulling from it. I'm going to read you guys the letters, and you can do what you will with it, right? So we have the letter P. We have the letter I. We have the letter Z, the letter C, the letter T, V, a P again. So there's two P's as in Paul. Two V's and one D. So again, I'll read these to you. Two P's as in Paul, two V's as in Valentine's, one T, one C, one I, one Z, and one D. That's what you guys have today. I'll take a picture of this. It'll be on the front of the reading. So this is your guys' message today, Cancer. You can go back and rewind and listen to different stuff because I feel that you'll need to. And just maybe take note of it and put down in the comments what you've done to complete it. Till next time, this is Message.